All right, my name's Okir. I make music for myself. Like I say, I'm a human, so as a human, I go through a lot of emotions, and I just want my music to reflect that, like just different emotions. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm high as hell, sometimes I'm in love, sometimes I miss my kids. Like, I try to put all of that in my music. That's really all it is. Through these Ray-Bans and make plans just to break down what you say then. Dab me up, I sold a couple grams, then we shake hands. Like, I look at hip hop like I study this shit, you know? So I know like subgenres, and it's, if I had to throw a title on it, it would be like, it's alternative, but it's very much hip hop. Like, sometimes I'm trap rapping, sometimes I'm conscious. Like, I don't know, it's alternative. That's the word I would use.
You guys all have good chemistry. I like it.
Yeah, that's honestly like the most important thing. Cause that's how everything come together. Niggas like actually friends for real.
That's what I was about to say. Like, it just, I don't have no other friends. Like, I make music with them. I have been broke with them. I have been rich with them. I've done everything in between. Everything niggas ain't did is the devil's threesome yet. Just cause niggas be scared. I'm trying to Eiffel Tower with my mans, you know. Niggas don't be wanting to do that.
You know, I see why people say here. The air on full breeze, right? Where the air coming from? I don't know, but it feels great right here. PDK, you motherfucker.
I was chilling.
I see it.
We pulled up to McDonald's and we trying to get some food.
Crack pipe in the parking lot.
It's 1:30 in the morning and we pull up and we like, well, we don't know if they're open because all the workers are outside, and we driving by and we like, bro, they're smoking crack, like an actual crack pipe, and we pulled up to the drive-through window and they was closed, but the internet, they wasn't closed on the internet. Like, they supposed to be open, but people took off so they can go smoke crack. And it's like, I don't feel like I'm getting that nowhere else in the world. Like, that's Detroit. Like, I love my city. That's ignorant as fuck. We had to find a new McDonald's, but still, like.
You appreciated it.
I do.
You have a fetish of movies?
Yeah. We watch a lot of movies. It's Jason Statham, though. We love Tarantino. We ain't aimed at the Tarantino. Stop, drop, and roll one. Stepping in the cypher, seen some rappers, I exposed them. I don't kid around, I'm a man, yes, a grown one. Two nuts, baby, in a bed, come and hold one. I don't give a fuck if you do or you don't, huh? Catch me acting rude, that's the mood if I spoke up. It'd be for me, and again, this is my outlet. This is the way I've been processing my emotions for years. It just so happens that people like it. So it'd be like, oh, well, maybe I should put it out, or maybe I should do something. But honestly, my motivation just comes from like not wanting to live a regular life. Like, what I do, and like, I'm already there. Like, cause perception of motherfucker. Like, it's people that already look at me like I'm the greatest rapper ever. And when I think about my lifestyle, like I'm able to make music for the most part. Most of the time, I pay my bills. Like, my kids are good. I can do other stuff like travel and whatever, but I just want to do that on a grander scale. Like, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to answer to nobody. I just want to be able to do this, like this life, albeit without any distractions or like hardships. So that's what it just is. I'm working for that.
Smoking cash and ass, smoking grass and hash. You wanna hit this blunt, then you have to match. No Reggie, so hope all my ex-hoes let me go. Trust you gonna get this fifth or what? That's my demon. Trying to get me lifted up.
Shit, we got 0% tattoos. We all got 0% tattoos. That's because our phones died. Like, that's where that shit grew. Like, yeah, like, okay, so our group is Moshh Pitt Gang, but like, we also go by Dead Phone Gang. So literally, like, we be out, and in today's society, people don't, it's not real unless it was recorded, right? Like, you need to put it on your story, put it on Snapchat, put it on TikTok. Like, it's not real, you gotta put it out there. But we so the opposite, where like these moments, you see nobody pulled their phone out to record our rehearsal, or like, that's nobody pulling out their phones to record the jokes. We be in the moment, and that's just what the life is. Like,
Rich, quick wit. If I see a lick, I might leave me a wig split.
that's it. That's all you gotta say. That's literally all
Y'all gonna pay me.
Get the fuck off.
They be like, D-Rock, be the best rapper, be the best producer. That's it. I get more respect in my job.
That word content, it pissed me off because, like you say, people feel as if they should be doing this all the time. So not only do they feel like they should be doing it, they feel like it should be recorded and documented and posted and talked about and shared. And honestly, most of my best moments were never on camera. Like, my best freestyles were never on the microphone. Like, my best ideas was talking shit with my friends. Like, and that's not moments that are to be shared. But when we decide to share them, we have to figure out how to just do it in the right way. That's why planning it and like these rollouts, they get so important, where quality over quantity. I would rather spend 6 months working on an album without anybody knowing, 2 months promoting it, and then like on that third month dropping it, and then like the next 3 months just promoting it, and then restart it. And again, I might go social media dark for the next 6 months while I'm actually creating it. Or if I am on social media, I'm not posting myself in the studio. I'm not posting who my features are. I'm just making it. And again, I get irritated nowadays because when I see people, I see so many people on Instagram, like they will record a song and then the very next day they're like posting the clip of it, and it's like, bro, now like you killed the hype for it. You could have created real hype for it, because now, and again, people think that after I post the clip, I gotta drop the song the next day. Like, but again, people not even doing it the correct way. Whereas if you're not shooting real visuals but everything is so easy nowadays. Like shit, motherfuckers can shoot a video on their phone. Like, so now everybody could be a rapper. Everybody could be a comedian. Everybody can do skits. Like, it's kind of making it weird. But that's why us trying to break through is so important to us. Where quality over quantity. I'm not a religious man. I'm not spiritual. I only have faith in this, and the fact that this is going to be able to sustain my lifestyle. Like, that's all it is. If I got to the point where I could, do a solid few 100,000 streams and do a concert for 300 people anywhere in the country, like, I'm fucking happy. Like, and that's all money that's going to just feed back into this and to the people that support it, So I'm good as long as my baby's clean and fed and I can smoke weed and shit. Like, I'm fucking good. Like, homies, fuck to the real. Shorty for real, wanna suck on a deal. Pickle in here, baby, pencil me in. I need a cup with some juice and some gin. Shit looking beautiful, holding my tears. I'm Izzy Pig, swallow my dick. Shorty look thirsty, swallow your spit. I need a strap with the hollowed up tips. I need a plug when the front me is zip. I got a plug showing love, what you thinking? I got a girl saying make me a Twinkie. Pack full of lockers, we rolling some stinky. Evil villain, I'm holding my pinky. I went through like a lot of like criminal stuff, like being locked up and being on probation and being on parole, stuff like that. Whereas like now, as an adult, and like I don't have the luxury of fucking up. So something makes me mad, my first reaction is to like assess it, okay, and then I go to the studio. I let it out there. Even nowadays, like in like the last few months, I've been having to remove people from my circle because, again, I feel like I be in the hood, we all be on hood shit to a certain extent, but it's like the levels in which I'm willing to go now. Like I would rather just go to the studio, go to the crib, like chill with my kids, like make some money. Like, I don't want to fuck up. Like that's really what it be. I'm terrified. I fucked up before. I'm terrified.
To go back there?
To be anywhere close to that, I swear.
Yeah.
And it's weird because now like truth be told, I'm far removed from it. Like the last time I was locked up for the entire year of 2017. And so again, I'm far removed from that, but I'm just terrified to go back. And again, like my babies was like little then. Now I can't imagine leaving them, and that shit dead.
Yeah, that fear like keeps you disciplined.
Absolutely, to the point where, again, I haven't been this focused in my life. Even when going to LA, because that was my first. Well, my first time was in March, but the second time I was like, I had them take me through like Skid Row and stuff, and like I wanted to, cause like to me that was people that essentially like they fucked up, like, cause like LA is the land of opportunity and dreams, and people go out there to be movie stars, and it's like got one of the highest homeless rates in America, where like people go out there to chase this and like they fail, and now they just out here, And I refuse to be that. Like, I refuse to fail at this point, especially. You came back with shrimp noodles?
That's for him.
Oh,
Yours over here.
thank you. D-Rock, you going low-key. Your noodles inflamed right now. You need to go get them bitches, boy. Can I get my fire beezy? Why y'all come back with so much pop?
Bro, you got a lot of questions. Who interviewing?
Yeah, honestly. It like,
They be rapping their ass off, and you know, I be more so focused on making the songs. Like, so I might, I don't want to say dumb it down, but I might not rap as hard. Like, I might concentrate on flows or concentrate on like power words and just being catchy and relatable versus let me be as lyrical as possible. And not to say that I'm a slouch with my pen, but these guys be making me feel like I am, you know? And like, that's be the funny thing. I got a series of albums called Trash Raps, right? Where it used to be another joke, like I go into the room and then, you know, like somebody be like, oh, you make music? And I'd be like, oh, I do, but it's terrible. And like, they play it and they be like, bro, this is the opposite of fucking terrible. Like, this is amazing. And this became a thing, so I started dropping Trash Raps where, cause I'm a project artist, I like to make full albums. So the songs that I was making that didn't necessarily fit an album, I would throw onto a Trash Raps, and that'd just be like a collection of songs. So around like the 2020 is when I kind of got tired of that idea and was like, okay, let me try to make a real serious album, but I still want to keep that energy. So that's when we made Inside Joke. That's the stuff that Milo was playing for you, like Weak and all that other stuff. Where even Inside Joke, I tried to incorporate stories, but excuse me, like those skits were just me telling random stories, and like it might be funny, it might not be funny, it's just honestly might be fucked up, like, but that was
funny.
I mean, that's a real story, and like, that's why I always say we wanted to get into stand-up, because at some point is we done collected so many stories on this path that we know that they funny, and at the time they were terrible, but in hindsight they be like, damn, that shit was low-key funny as hell.
No idea, I still in the I'm checking niggas frequency. Frequently been working, so this bitch can't get no piece of me. This shit feeling perfect. The gang to run on Pico Street. Call me Rico, got my glasses on. I spark with matches, ho. Sleepy guy, go get your mattress on. Stop moving backwards, bro. I pack a bone, I clean no acid.
We rap about the, even like, we not like auto-tune in, or again, I don't think that people like to see the real as much as we like to admit. So it's like, again, it's easier for you. The metaphor I've been using is like soul food versus fast food, right? Like, it's easier for you to digest like some quick shit and like you just move on with your life. And like, we trying to make soul food, like you remember that, like that shit sticks with you. So I just want to make soul food. And again, it's just, it's the climate of today, because with like TikTok and like shorts, and it's everything's so easily consumable and fast, and it's hard to make something stick. So I just breaking through that barrier, and I just been confident that we've been making that music, like that will break through. Cause truth be told, like for every NBA young boy or like Little Dirk who might make like surface level music to some people, there's people like Kendrick and Cole who make like, you know, deep music, right? But they had to still break through. I say this all the time, cause I listen to somebody and I'll be like, oh, I like this, but I don't believe him. And like, and again, like, okay, like gangster rap, right? I think about gangster rap, like the genre. Like gangster rap started with like NWA, right? But it was because they were talking about the hood, but also like very remorseful for what they was going through. Like, that's, anybody that's really going through it hate it. Like, nobody wants to be there. Like, we just are there, so we talk about it. But that's what I mean about the authenticity, because I hear rappers and it's like glorifying it almost, you know? Where it's like nobody wants people to die, or nobody wants to deal with violence. Nobody wants to deal with like a broken home. And again, it seems as if people glorify it. And that's what I talk about, the authenticity, at least to me. Like, if I can listen to you and I'm believing you, I believe you. And that come out in voice and lyrics. Like, I can tell when somebody ain't lived what they rapped about. You about to do what? Oh, you about to go to the day party? Mm-hmm. All right, be careful. Okay. Wait, Drew not going? Oh, you too. All right, y'all be careful. Let me know when you get there. I will. I think Detroit got like two very different sides. Yeah. We got the side that like me and Milo is on, where it's like, again, for lack of a better word, alternative. And then we got like the very hood side, you know, like
I don't know if you're familiar with like like the Peasies,
Yeah, I was gonna say PZ. Yeah.
Peasy, like Babyface Ray been in like the breakout within the last couple of years. But they all it's weird here in the city because that side of it, like the real hood side of it, is very supportive of each other.
That's why they call me.
And our side is usually not.
What, really?
And exactly, you would imagine that it's the other way around, but
Yeah.
with the exception of like like me, Milo, it's a couple others, but a lot of us don't really work together. We don't really support each other. It's weird. Like, and then you see like the hood dudes, they all get on the songs together and like they all promote each other. Yeah, it's I feel like honestly it's more ego on our side. Like, but it's a lot of like, and I hate to say it, but like a lot of people on our side take their art very seriously. So
that's the problem. I've noticed that they're kind of like amateurs. Yeah, I'm like, I want to be around professionals, but I want to be around like alternative professionals.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people that discipline in that.
Even this, like, they came with the studio because it's like, and truth be told, like, we don't like real studios. Not that we ain't never recorded in them or like, but this always feel more organic. Like, this is us, and it ain't about where we record. It's about it's like the post production of it. Like, can you make? That's why we got an audio engineer. Where it's like,
we trying to buy our own studio before we even went to.
Yeah, we've honestly ran through a bunch of buildings, like just. Because we always settle on somebody's house or somebody's basement, or we about to be in the fucking dining room recording today, like this.
Funny.
And again, this is the shit that's gonna make the album, like not the shit that we did and truth be told, we was just recording in the studio in LA, D-Rock. That shit was fun though.
You said what?
We were just in the studio in LA, like a real studio.
I know, but that's again, you saying what you just said is like I have to agree because even being there, I still would rather just record it at Brose house.
I told Brose the whole time, I'm like, bro, we could just go to your crib.
Microwave like
Then we could have been making more beats and everything.
Yeah.
But I also feel like we just had a lot of work to do while we was up there, so it didn't really matter.
At the end of the day, it's just, I like to feel like I'm at the crib. And like I was talking about, I used to like record at my house. So I used to like roll out the bed and just get to working on music, but that's also why nowadays I don't work on music every day. I want what I say or when I'm recording to be special, So I might need to live life for 2 weeks just so by the time I go to the studio for this one day, I have something to talk about. Y'all all just making noodles. Don't make them. You gonna eat some styrofoam?
Huh?
Boil some water on the stove. Pour the water into the cup. Don't put that styrofoam. Then pour it out and boil some. Yes.
The seasoning gonna leave.
I got salt and pepper.
Bro, let me. Hey.
All right.
Get your cancer your way. I'm gonna get my cancer my way.
You gonna get mesothelioma, boy.
Thank you, bro. That's not even cancer.
Bro, what? Mama, we made it. I'm getting compensated. What you talking about getting mesothelioma? What's wrong with him?
Y'all are drinking this pop and eating noodles, and you're worried about him putting it in the microwave. You're like, that's the line. Reading like all cancer shit.
I'm about to say, I'm up here with a pint of fireball. Like, yeah, don't microwave your noodles.
Like, son.
That's funny.
Hey, I care about your health, bro.
Clearly.
Man, give me a shot.
I had to become comfortable talking about my real life. Like the shit that I go through that's not glamorous or fun.
My man fell to his knees.
Once I became comfortable doing that, then that's why people call me the best lyricist or like people be inspired because
you're not gonna help
again with rap, people are not willing to talk about the real. Like again, they glamorize what might be popular. They talk about what is cool, and then that's it. Like they try to make it catchy. And I don't give a fuck about something catchy. Again, relatableness is something that might be crossing my mind, but I want to relate to these guys before anything. Like I want my friends to like it, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
And
I feel like people forget that. I'm like, if you can't relate to the people around you, how are you supposed to relate to strangers?
Literally, and again, we not necessarily a open book. Like again, I don't post that much on social media, or I'm not outside a lot, quote unquote. But when it comes to the music, I try to tell it all. And you gonna get those stories, you gonna get that feel. A lot of people hear our music and they feel like they was in the room with us when we made it. And Yeah. But that's why. But again, that's why this camaraderie is also important because, again, it makes.
Who your ring camera? I did it.
Again, these my only friends.
Mm-hmm. You see this sweat on my head?
They make my beats. They record me. I rap with them. I bounce ideas off them. So, nigga, get your beard.
Address and why get mad? I get even. Bitch get mad. Then she leaving. I see my ops, baby squeezing, cracking heads. Call me nigga, hit that lick. I got reasons, first they beg.